straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in the state with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We doing honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards where we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylists go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters real blue, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves, they try to defamate my character, but I won't let them, it's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic, I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah, hit boy, I got another one. Ha. Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry, hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible.
Tonight,
from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh,
it's a special prime time edition see Kenny Pickett and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run again with Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Steelers have 1 and 3 here in the early part of the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago when they went over Washington.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They hand this off to Harris. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Pickett will look to pass it. And his throw is incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
In recent years, we've seen a lot of love for North Dakota State in the NFL draft, and Trey Lance, he's a great example of what the Bison are sending to the league each and every year. This guy looks like a franchise quarterback. He wants his opportunity to prove it to the rest of the league.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Lance. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Lance. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Montravius Adams able to get outside the numbers and drop it for a loss of a yard.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. From the 35 on 2nd down, Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
They run for it with Harris. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now a give, running left is Harris. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out on the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
After 1 on EA Sports. Second and 6 from the 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Rose from the grave again. That needs this is the best they can fucking do. Look at this guy. Fred, look at this dude, man. So look, he on the ground. He's on the ground, watch this. Shit, no problem. I got the strongest ankles in the world. Look at this. Stupid.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Harris going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Come on, like the ball.
They'll try and run with Harris. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Damn.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent.
Come on,
so
guys. Come on, we got to tackle.
The things you're doing well.
Damn.
And let the opponent
Let's
deal
not
with
start
that.
this nonsense.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Lance. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Lance going to throw.
Good job. Way to break that up. Way to break on that. Way to break on that, my dude.
Pick there, sir.
Edwards. Oh, that dude fell down. And look, and we still can't pick it off. Oh, boy.
Certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now Austin. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Breida. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that they don't start to slow him down. It's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. They go counter with Breida. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Damn it. And this throw will be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, look.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Lance. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You know, my question is, how did he get behind him? I mean, that's my question. What are you doing? Well, oh boy, you have Fitz, dude. Your responsibility is this side of the field, man. That's your responsibility. Why are you watching the quarterback? So you want you look you ain't even watching this dude.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
Sanders' kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it. Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. They'll start the drive with Harris, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Up the middle they go. It's Warren. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I told you. This one's good to throw it.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Pickett will look to throw it here. He finds his man, complete. It's Steele. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He's way up the field. That motherfucker's 8 yards up the field. There you go, Crosser. Good job. Good job, Man of Steel.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some very intriguing games in that early window, highlighted by the one going on at the Superdome. A big test for the Saints as they'll take on the visiting Carolina Panthers. In the late afternoon games, it'll be loud in Kansas City, that's for sure, as it'll be the Chiefs taking on the Buffalo Bills. And lastly, Sunday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Coming up on 2nd and 7. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He'll get this complete to Charlie Werner. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance, that's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lance. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lance. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And Lance again going to keep it. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized...
Good job, T.J. Watt.
He's sagged back around the 28. T.J. Watt coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Sanders is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
All right, guys. Bend don't break, what?
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10.
Thursday night, a little rough.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here it comes.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Pickett.
Oh,
the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I saw that guy.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Oh, that guy gonna pick it off. Let me show you what I mean. I saw that safety come right down in there. This dude right here. Walker came right down to the middle. Yep. That's why we didn't throw it. We saw him come down there, and he's looking right at him. He saw it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Pickett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Uses the stiff arm. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
He's getting ready to throw you off.
Ready. 33, yellow. Go.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Good job, baby.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He's still going to be tackled.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Operating from the gun. Lance. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Give me a play. Damn.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's another carry for Harris. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had...
I mean, come on. I mean, it's the right guy to throw to. Oh, and then they make him. First of all, once again, how's this not pass interference, right? That's the first thing, right? How? Because he's impeding him. Come on, man. Damn.
That one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing to start the drive. Lance, he'll buy some time right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Lance. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Good job, guys.
Steelers.
Let's go.
Guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you all closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Pickett. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
We in the win. We in the win. Punt this bitch.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Man, go to work, bitch.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
You hate to get the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you just hold a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Lance. Flush to his right.
Good job, defense.
To him and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Montravius Adams, his 2nd sack of the night.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he's able to get it out of there.
Watch this motherfucker. They ain't gonna block him. Watch. Told you. Told you, motherfucker. Runs right by him, brother.
44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll get it across midfield down to the 49.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 43-yard line. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, this is Harris.
Oh, wow.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And the work is near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now
Hey,
San
go to sleep,
Francisco
bitch.
gonna call their 2nd
Go to
timeout.
sleep.
Now
Go to
leaving with
sleep.
just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Go to sleep. I asked you to come on here anyway. Go to sleep. Cocksucker.
It's 1st and goal and a
put it in
late
the air.
touchdown at this stage.
10 to 6.
Could
That's
officially
what I'm
salt
going to do.
this
Because
one away.
that's what a smart coach would do.
They hand this off to Harris.
Hey, maybe that's why the
Press
Chiefs
this
have won
one
4,
forward as they
whatever they
stop
are.
it right around the 1. Now the defense
Yep.
will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
No, he's trying to rain on you parade.
They'll run again with Harris. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit
Come
more
on, boy.
importance
Grab
than
your
others?
nuts.
This feels
Grab
like
your
one of
nuts.
those, doesn't it?
You're at
To
home.
me,
You're
3
1 and
points
3. Grab
here,
your fucking nuts.
Major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Grab your nuts. 4th and inches. Grab your fucking nuts. You 1 and 3.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I bet I did announce it. I said fucking 4th and inches. Stuff. This motherfucker always got something to say.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And
Always
he's
got something to
across for
say.
a touchdown. In the
Fuck
final
him
minute,
up.
that should just
And go
about
back to
seal
work.
it. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put
Because
those
that's
big bodies
that's what
and
Mahomes would have done down here.
determination
He
into
would
that
have
carry,
threw it
the end result,
and threw an interception.
touchdown.
Then that nigga would have been cussing.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good,
Hey man,
and
thanks
now
for
it's an
telling
11-point
me
lead,
too.
17 to 6.
I know you didn't want me to get in trouble.
Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Fuck is number 1. You don't allow that shit on our team.
So Lance and the Niners down by 11, 27 seconds to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Throwing on first down is Lance. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. At 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. Play action, now it's Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete.
I think my dude caught it. I think Mac caught it. Damn. Hey, look. Oh, hey, look. This is a Mac impression. This is a Mac impression. Hey, bitch. Hey, bitch. Oh. 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 Oh, damn. Oh, he didn't get his other foot in. Hey, Max said, hey, bitch. Hey, just so you know, I'm over here. I'm over here. I'm over here, just FYI, in case you didn't know.
Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. One final try now for Lance. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on
Good job,
this
guys.
football game.
Good job, guys. That's a tough one. You need to get off the snide. Good job.
By a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone
job.
wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger.
Good job.
And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Steelers, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, boy, Baltimore Ravens coming up. Yikes. Yikes, yikes. you know that nigga ain't gonna say, hey man, don't forget to hit ready to advance, because that nigga wants to see me lose. He wants to see me get in trouble with the commissioner, so he ain't gonna say that. Bitch.
I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slim. Now the blame, I should have been in prison.
Don't worry, y'all was moping around the locker room.
Soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now. Ain't I work a plan now. Can't I?
Alright, let's hit ready to advance so we can turn the camera off on this motherfucker.